Good morning and welcome to our meditation seminar this morning. 11-11-11. Pretty auspicious. So once again we open into that awareness of awareness. And this awareness has the qualities of spaciousness, of energy, of light, of oneness. So as we open into these qualities, they point to this experience, this field of awareness. They're not quite it, but they point to it. So as we enter into that space right now, in our body, we open that space from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head, and from the top of the head into the lower body. We extend that space. We extend the space between our thoughts. So in the beginning, that space is tiny, and then very gradually begins to open more and more. So the space in our mind becomes more spacious. We extend this space into the field around us, above the body, below the body, in all the directions. So to the person to the right of you, to the person to the left of you, across the room, to our good friends joining us this morning. Particularly, we're happy to see Ulysses again, coming from Geneva. So we extend around the room right now, feeling that resonance in the spaciousness. We extend to the people on the internet this morning. As they extend here. And then sensing the energy of the field in that space, we pull it into the body, into the top of the head, down through the forehead, through the face, through the throat, down into the heart, down into the belly, into the lower body. And we amplify that energy from the back of the head right now into the forehead. From the back of the head into the eyes. From the back of the head into the mouth. From the back of the head into the throat. From the back of the head into the heart. From the back of the head into the belly. And from the back of the head into the lower body. And then opening right now, even more, in the heart. As we open into the light, into that light of the field. And becoming one with that light. We also extend right now to our generational field. That field of the ancestors, the family, the friends, and the great yogis that we've known in our life. So we extend to Swami Muktananda, our root teacher, Bhagavan Nityananda, the Dalai Lama, the Karmapa, Lama Wangdor, Lama Norla, all these great teachers who come here. Either in a subtle form or in a real form. Rigzen Dorji Rinpoche. So we feel that unity with them this morning, that connection. We extend also to all those that we've mentored, our children, our grandchildren, our students, our clients. Feeling that resonance this morning. We extend also to all our traditions of which we've participated in. And to the great archetypes of all the traditions. And particularly this morning to the Divine Mother in her many forms. So feeling that resonance this morning with these great archetypes of light. So in the New Testament, in the book of Revelations, John has a vision of a woman clothed with the rays of the sun. She has the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars above her head. She's pregnant and about to deliver her child when a seven-headed dragon comes to devour her child. But Michael and his angels cast the dragon to earth. The dragon still pursues the woman, so she flies into the wilderness to hide. She is aided by two wings. The dragon spews forth a flood of water, but the earth comes to the woman's rescue and swallows up the water. So for many, historically, the woman may have represented the early church. For many, historically, the woman, for others, she represents the divine feminine principle in Mary. And as that creative force who will be victorious over and over again, over evil and illusion. She assumes the burden of the world's soul, who is alert to and suffers our conflicts and burdens. She is also the initiator and the completer, the one who opens our creative potential. She is the creative, dynamic energy of the primordial field. She is called the Anima Mundi. For the 16th century devout Lutheran, the mystic Jacob Boehme, this power was also called Sophia. He described her as the mirror to God's will. He stated that there is nothing in heaven and earth which did not, at the beginning, manifest in that mirror. She is the visibility of God, in which the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit behold and discover themselves. And he described the Trinity as being 3 points of a triangle. And Sophia was the background of the triangle. In the Dzogchen tradition, she is described as the manifest, emerging from the unmanifest. In the Hindu tradition, she is described as the Shakti, emerging from Shiva. In the Chinese tradition, she is the Qi, the power of the Tao. And this power, this energy, this Qi, is the source of our creative potential. As we rest in this power, the ability to create is awakened. In meditation, as we sit in the energy of being, first we hold it, sensing it in our bodies. And as we sense it, we enter the field of being. And so once in the field, we become completely absorbed and are pulled to the very center. We become one with the field and one with the archetype of the woman clothed by the rays of the sun. And when we are at one with being, creation spontaneously occurs. So just as a flower grows and blooms, so does our own creativity when nourished by the field of being. And this creativity can manifest internally as a spiritual awakening, or externally as a creative discovery or process. So even when it's externally practiced, the process of creativity is a process of absorption. Several years ago, we visited New Mexico and saw the paintings of Georgia O'Keeffe. And O'Keeffe used to used her ability to capture the essence of a flower. So as spoken by one of the critics, the flowers, the trees, the landscapes, and lakes, which he paints over and over again, cease to be flowers in a vase before her. They become flowers within her. The song created is the song of the race. So just as we absorb ourselves in meditation, the artist absorbs herself in the object of her painting, and in this process becomes one with the field of being. The Russian Nicholas Berdyaev writes, "It is imperative to bear in mind that human creativity is not a claim or right on the part of humanity, but God's claim on and call to humanity. God awaits humanity's creative act, which is the response to the creative act of God." For each of us, the power of creation arises out of the field of being. It is the process of being receptive to the awareness field. As this receptivity to the field opens, we open to the energy of the field. It is out of this posture that a new figure, a new creation, a new possibility arises. So today, as we practice, we'll focus directly on the energy of the primordial field. We'll sense the flow of the energy in our bodies. And you can do that right now. Beginning at the base of the spine and extending the energy up to the top of the head. Feeling it moving up the spine. And then descending down. Through the third eye, through the face, through the throat, down into the heart, down into the belly, into the lower body. And then feeling it arising again, up the spine. To the top of the head. And down again. Down through the whole body. Through the heart, through the belly, making that loop again, rising up. And then down into the heart. And we'll settle in the heart. And as we settle in the heart, we'll focus on the woman clothed by the rays of the sun, with the moon under her feet, crowned by a halo of 12 stars. She is victorious over evil and illusion. She is the world soul, who's alert to and suffers our conflicts and burdens. She is the initiator and the completer, the one who opens our creative potential. So we do this practice this morning for ourselves and for all sentient beings.
Jarvin sende lama Sen John Dai Ni Je Chim Bo Go Je Je Te Do Te Do Ji Je Da Ne De Ko Ju Yo Ji Chun Chi Ge Tu O Ma Ne Jelamanala
And as we've been, excuse me, as we've been cultivating awareness for some time, we'll now focus on family and friends that might be having some difficulty. So extending the light to them this morning. So simply holding the field and sensing them in the light. And we'll also focus right now on the Tibetans this morning, the Tibetan people. it seems that the re-education program of the Chinese has escalated in the last month or so. And monks and nuns are being taken out of their monasteries to be re-educated. So religious freedom is at the moment non-existent. And even the downloading of a picture of the Dalai Lama can land you in jail. So we'll focus on the Tibetans right now. You know, many of us received these wonderful teachings with the Dalai Lama this summer. And so we extend that light that we received to the Tibetans. In this past month alone, there have been 9 monks and nuns that have suicided in protest against this, against the restrictions of the government. So it's getting more serious right now. So we'll focus on them right now. And so we have one more chant this morning. And we'll hear from the Karmapa.
Te deva sembe rejo yon
So we'll start to close up right now. So we'll start to close up right now. If you like, you can rub your hands together till they're hot. And sealing at the heart, the top of the head, the belly, coming back into ordinary awareness, bringing that light with you, holding awareness. We're going to be doing a geometry this morning, so if you'd like to stay for that, that'll be right now after the program, so we'll be starting that. If you'd like to join in on that, that'll be an energy geometry.
And we're going to have this morning because our great friend Ulysses is here with us, and we always have such a great time when he comes here. So you're welcome to participate if you'd like, and also if you'd like, there's refreshments upstairs, and also you can just stay and meditate during this little period. So we're going to do that right now. Lorette, would you mind just sitting right there? Skip, would you mind sitting right there? Julie, would you mind sitting right here? You can sit right here if you want, right here. And Julie, you can sit right there. Okay. Erin, would you mind sitting right here? Yeah, you know, is Jai Jai Shiva Shambho
Okay.
with
Sure.
Krishnadas.
Okay, and I'll cut off the program.
Yeah, that'd be good. We can leave the program on. That'll okay. That'll be okay. And if you want, other people can come fill in. And in our little center here, we have various wonderful lineages that come into this center from the great Shaivite lineages of Swami Muktananda and Bhagavad Nityananda to the great Dzogchen lineages of Dorje Rinpoche and other great masters of Karmapa, Kayuka traditions, and the Shakti lineage of Amma. And we also have connections to Joao de Deus and Albadini, and Happy Julie's here from the Casa. And also we have Sufi connection also. So all these traditions are traditions of transmission, huh? So Bodhidharma in the 6th century, great Dzogchen master, said this: beyond words and letters, there's a transmission. Does not belong to any tradition. It's the very nature of human awareness itself. And that is the Buddha. So with that understanding, we'll ask Ulysses, our friend, to come sit in the middle with us. And different people can also jump in later if they'd like. You know, we just leave just as it is really great. But if we could find Jai Jai Shiva Shambho, fantastico. We can start it now. So we're just all, and as you know, we suspend our mind just a little bit, and then you can, as you do that, you become aware of awareness itself, and you enter the field, and then everyone has a capacity of extending the light of their own awareness to their own body. We'll do that first. Then we'll extend it to each other, to the immediacy of our situation. That's us. And then we'll extend it to our ancestors, the mothers and the fathers of the mothers and the fathers, in mutual support. Then we'll extend it to all the great teachers and we've had the good fortune of meeting. Then we'll extend it to all the traditions we participate in, all different ways of articulating the experience of primordial awareness. And then again, we'll extend it to the Great Mother, Divine Mother, who is Energia. And so I'm going to ask Ulysses to invoke, and using the tradition of his grandfather.
Poder da Mãe Divina e sua graça me ilumina. Sou o poder da Mãe Divina e sua graça me ilumina. Sou o poder da Mãe Divina e sua graça flui e ilumina.
If you want, you can touch Ulysses. The energy coming through your body.
Vishwanath Gange, Hara Hara Mahadev Shambho, Kashi Vishwanath Gange, Hara Hara Mahadev Shambho, Hara Hara Mahadev Shambho, Hara Hara Mahadev Shambho, Kashi Vishwanath Gange, Hara Hara Mahadev
So we're going to start to end up now. Hara 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 Deva Shambho Hara Gambe Hara Hara Deva Shambho Deva Shambho. We're going to start to turn off. Deva Shambho Kashi Vishwanath Gambe Hara Hara Deva Shambho Kashi Vishwanath Gambe. So every time Ulysses comes, we have a Brazilian party. So.
I'm so grateful to be here once again, and it's a place of a very dynamic peace, I should say. And so I just wanted to thank each one of you, and during this year I received so much support from the center, and it's always there. And all of you and this sum of energies and so many different energies coming together and depurating here and really distilling, and it's really, changes every single cell of our body, and those cells just come full of light, and they burst but in joy, and really, if you incorporate this light in every part of our selves, and I just want to express the gratitude, the deep, deep gratitude to the universe, to the field, to Rudy and Sharon, to each one of you here for this marvelous gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulysses. Thank you. So we can rub our hands together, and again we can place them on our heart. And we have some refreshments upstairs. And again, thank everybody for coming.